So Keir Starmer's future as Prime Minister has been thrown into fresh doubt today and yesterday and the day before, but that's neither here nor there. It's being reported that Labour MPs increasingly believe that he could resign early next year before he has to face a leadership challenge. And although Sir Keir told GB News on Friday that he wants to be Prime Minister until 2034, that was Christopher Hope's interview, just 9% of voters think he'll still be in the job after the next election.
This important interruption is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Protect your money and your identity. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code here to get ExpressVPN right now and save up to 73% on annual plans today. Right, let's get back into it.
I wouldn't want to be him this morning. Joining me now is John Rentoul, who's the chief political commentator at The Independent and a jolly lovely chap to talk to who always talks common sense. John, they're not great headlines today again, are they, for Keir Starmer?
No, they're not, Dawn. I mean, this survey of Labour Party members, I think, is fascinating. New information that takes the debate a bit further forward, suggesting that if Angela Rayner were to challenge Keir Starmer and there was a head-to-head contest between the two of them, she would win comfortably. Now, I wasn't sure about where the members stood on that question, and now we know. And also, more than half of them want to change leader before the next election. So things are looking a little bit ropier for Keir Starmer this morning.
I mean, obviously, John, polls are polls, and we know they change, and people often say things to pollsters that they wouldn't necessarily do in real life. But, you know, this is sort of like the former deputy leader, i.e. Angela Rayner, winning the support of 52% of the Labour members surveyed in this poll against Keir Starmer's 33%. I mean, these are Labour members. These aren't just random members of the public who thought, well, Labour are doing a terrible job. These are actual Labour members. Yeah,
no, it's fascinating, and a majority of them want to see Keir Starmer gone by the time of the next election. I mean, I do think those are both very, very significant findings. I mean, I have to say, I think Labour members are deluded if they think that Angela Rayner's the answer. I mean, I've got huge admiration for her. I think she would possibly be a better Prime Minister than Keir Starmer, but she's not popular with the wider electorate. I mean, she's obviously very popular with Labour Party members and activists, but the wider electorate take a fairly dim view of her, I'm afraid.
Yeah, this is the problem she's got. I mean, she's popular with the union, she's popular with certainly the left of the party, but she's not the only one that could beat Keir Starmer in this poll, is she? I mean,
she is pretty much, actually, because Andy Burnham isn't an MP and can't be a candidate and isn't likely to become an MP. No, I know.
Stop putting facts in the way of a story, young man. Come on. Yeah, I mean, we know he can't because he's not an MP yet, but come on, let's play along. But he's also very popular as a future leader.
He's even more popular than Angela Rayner, yeah. I mean, that, again, I'm afraid that doesn't reflect well on Labour Party members. I mean, Andy Burnham is just an empty cipher for the wishes of Labour Party members.
He speaks very highly of you as well, it has to be said, John.
Well, no, I mean, I speak highly of him as Mayor of Greater Manchester, but I'm afraid he has stood for the leadership of the Labour Party twice. His campaigns were not very good.
Every time you're online, your money and your identity are at risk. Scams now make up nearly 40% of all crime in the UK. That's thousands of attacks every single day. In Britain, someone has their identity stolen every 2 minutes, leaving victims with wrecked finances and years of stress. The threat is real, and you could be next. ExpressVPN is your shield against criminals. It locks down your devices, hiding your personal information and financial details from hackers, scammers, and anyone else looking to exploit you. So whether you're checking your bank, shopping, or just browsing, ExpressVPN makes you invisible to prying eyes trying to steal your money and your identity. ExpressVPN shields your data with military-grade AES 256 encryption. That's the same standard trusted by the US government to guard classified information. This is the highest level of online security you can get. So don't wait for disaster. Secure up to 14 devices at once and get powerful password protection. Real support is available 24/7 because cybercrime never sleeps. Save up to 73% on annual plans today. Every moment you hesitate is another moment you're exposed. Protect your money and protect your identity. Get ExpressVPN right now.
He didn't inspire the members then. He doesn't actually have an alternative policy programme that's worth talking about, and he spouts an awful lot of nonsense that I don't agree with. He supports proportional representation and all the rest of it. So he's not the answer. So Angela Rayner is the only one in this survey actually who comes out well. I mean, it's fascinating that Wes Streeting even would narrowly beat Keir Starmer, but that's within the margin of error. And Ed Miliband.
Ed Miliband's the interesting one.
Well, it depends what you mean by interesting, Dawn. I mean, Wes Streeting's the only one I think who would actually have a reasonable chance of improving Labour's chances. But you've got to take into account the turmoil of a changeover and changing leader and copying the Tories. One of the things that the voters are absolutely sick of is parties just changing their leader whenever they run into difficulty. I mean, the thing the Labour government has to do is actually get govern well and get things right. I mean, it's no use just changing a leader every 5 minutes.
There is that, and you would have thought they learned. It just interestingly on this same poll, one person that was really nowhere near in with a shout of beating Keir Starmer was Shabana Mahmood. I mean, Keir Starmer would get 50% of the votes to Shabana's 16%. She's not popular at all if you're going on this poll.
With the party members, no, absolutely not.
Why?
I mean, Blairites like me love her. Tories love her. I mean, and even Nigel Farage was sort of jokingly suggesting that she agrees with them, which is a libel, actually. I mean, her policies are completely different from Reform's. But I mean, he knows Nigel Farage knows how to cause mischief. But obviously, Labour members have risen to that bait and don't approve of someone who has to take such a tough line on immigration.
And one more poll, because it's a Sunday, let's talk about polls. I mean, as we all know, John, you're a newspaper journalist like I used to be. The Sunday papers love a poll, don't they? It's sort of like something we can all digest over our Sunday lunches and go, oh, really? This one, voters' verdict on the PM, this one's in the Mail on Sunday, by the way. Who will be the next PM after the next election? 30% of people are still saying Nigel Farage. Keir Starmer only gets 9% and Kemi Badenoch gets 5%. What do you make of that one?
Very low figures. I mean, what people are saying is that they don't know, and they are saying the obvious, which is that if Labour can't get its act together and stop the boats, then Nigel Farage will be Prime Minister, and I think that's absolutely right. I think that's why Shabana Mahmood is doing what she is doing. Although a lot of her policies, I mean, I think they were possibly the right policies, but they're not actually aimed directly at stopping the boats. And I think that's going to be her weakness.
That is the one thing. And of course, we have to mention it. I really don't want to, because I think everybody now is sick of the budget. Let's just get to the day and see what happens on the day, because I've got a folder this big now of things that may be taxed, but we don't know until the day, and we're tired of talking them. But this other poll does say that will the budget make you better off personally? And 68% say, no, I'm going to be worse off. Only 2% think they're going to be better off after the budget. I think that's probably Keir Starmer, possibly, with his redundancy package. Not sure.
I do think that is a very silly poll. I mean, to ask people before the budget has happened, whether they're going to feel better off or worse off afterwards, before they even know what's in it, I think is utterly pointless. I mean, it is going to be a difficult budget, no question about it. And like you, I've been collecting all these predictions of what's going to happen, and now my inbox is filling up with press releases from the Treasury, making all sorts of pre-budget announcements, most of them fairly small scale. So we will wait. We'll have to wait and see what happens on Wednesday. I mean, it's possible that things may not be as bad as a lot of people expect, but I mean, I do think this is going to be a very, very difficult budget, and I think
John, I've known you for a long time. You are saying it's possible things aren't going to be as bad, but your fingers very firmly crossed behind your back, aren't they?
No, I mean, I think this is going to be a very difficult budget. And there's no question that she has a big fiscal gap to bridge, and so she is going to have to put up taxes and possibly cut spending as well. And people, although that poll may be a little bit premature, I think people are not going to like it.
No, we're not going to like it. John, always a pleasure. Thank you very much. That's John Rentoul, who's a chief political commentator at The Independent, and a pretty good egg, to be honest with you. If you can't have a laugh about politics on a Sunday lunchtime, when can you, to be honest with you? Because it is going to be a scary week for all of us.